Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of Matchbox Marks Diecast Restorations. So this project, I'm taking on a couple classic regular wheel Matchbox trucks. So let's check out the red one. The red one, get some light on here, is a pipe truck, number 10. So this one's not too bad. It's got all the support beams on the sides, so this just needs a cleaning up. A lot of tires on this one, 8 tires. And the next one is, let me see if I can read it, the Girder truck, number 59. This one is definitely needs a good old sprucing up. Windshield is kind of cracked. So I'm going to have to fabricate one support beam, and it's not going to be identical because this has like a little groove in it. I might be able to use my die grinder and cut a groove into whatever I use for the support. So anyway, so this will be cool, bringing these back to their old glory. They're actually a really cool looking truck. So anyway, so stay tuned and I'll take them apart. Alright, so I got all the trucks apart. We'll start with the red one. Very good shape. Just needs a good cleaning and painting. And now the tread and the tires on this one has seen some definite work in its lifetime. So I don't have any extra brand new wheels. So unfortunately, we're going to, well, not unfortunately, we're going to reuse these wheels, but we're going to paint them black, and they're going to look brand new. So, and there's the axles. Took them off with no problems. Didn't even scrape the tires. This white one here, the pillars are intact. Everything looks good. Axles weren't rusted. This one is a 6 tire, and this one is a 8 tire. And then this one over here, well, this one is in really rough shape. Let's start with the axles. So I just cut the axles off. So very rusty. So I'm going to have to use my rivets as axles, which is no big deal. I actually kind of like doing that anyway, because it kind of freshens them up. The front end, normally I don't paint these, but I think in this case I might paint both of them red so they match. Just regular old Tamiya red paint. The window unit on this is got a big scratch in it, or crack, and I'm not going to be able to buff it out, but however I will try to make it look somewhat decent again. Okay, now here, this casting here it's in pretty rough shape. Definitely corroded. One of the pillars is snapped right off, and the others are bent. So I'm thinking whoever drove this last maybe either capsized it and maybe the load spilled or something. I don't know. Either that or did they put it through the ringer. And on the front, you'll notice that it's a little bent right there. So I'm going to try to bend it back without breaking it. Obviously, I should heat it up first, but I don't have one of them little torches. I don't think a lighter would be strong enough. So anyway, all right. So there they are. Got my work cut out for me, but always up for a good challenge. And so stay tuned as I put them in the stripper. All right, here's an update on the trucks. So these, of course, like I said originally, were good to go. I tapped a hole, and this one I drilled through the bed, but you know what? It's no big deal. It's a little teeny tiny hole. I'm going to have the pipes on there. I actually have replacement pipes to put on that, so I'm not so stressed out about that. So this one here, I managed to straighten those out, and I could literally hear it cracking and breaking, so I did actually stress that one there. You can see the cracks. I'll have to fill that up with super glue and baking powder. And the back ones, I cut that one off that was partial, and then I shaved it, and then I filed it down so it's nice and smooth. And then the front, when I was trying to straighten this out, this pillar here got a little stressed. So I need to fix that. So that one back there is still a little bent, so I need to see what I can do with that, if anything. So anyway, like I said, I'm earning my money today. All right, stay tuned. All right, so I got the trucks all stripped of their paint, and actually it came off so easy. So that's actually a good thing, especially when you have all these wheel wells and little nooks and crannies and everything. So I figured out what I'm gonna do with the missing pillars. So as you can see, I don't know if I can focus it or not. Let me see here. Open. All right, right there. So right there, there's like a little line or a little slit in the pillar, and that's actually the perfect width of a little die grinder. So what I did was I took the die grinder and I took this cotter pin or split key, and I just very carefully just cut a little line right down the middle. So hopefully by the time I put it on there and use the super glue and baking powder and sand it down, you won't be able to tell the difference. Just gotta make sure it's the right height. So I think that will look pretty cool. Let me see if I can put it beside it, kind of like a comparison. So there we go. It is a little bit wider, but it is really close. So anyway, trying to get it to focus. All right, anyway, there we go. So hopefully it'll turn out pretty decent. All right, stay tuned. All right, so let's see what we've got here. So there's the first one I did. So as you can see, I cut a groove down the middle with my little die grinder with the smallest disc. Sanded it. It's pretty straight, especially when you look at it like this. And then this one right here, same thing. So I think it came out fairly decent once I put some primer on it and some paint, and hopefully it'll look pretty good. All right, speaking of paint, I'm gonna go put a coat of primer on these and see what we've got. Stay tuned. All right, here's all the pieces to the pipe truck and girder truck. So it was a pretty easy build, except for I had to fix a couple posts on one of these. I think it's this one right here. Yeah, there it is. It's not too clean in the bed, but let's get it out here. So there we go. It came out fairly decent. All right, so stay tuned for the final reveal. All right, it is time for the reveal for the pipe truck and the girder truck. So these were actually really fun. These have been in my collection for a long time. Or actually my case is not even in a box. I actually have a lot of my regular wheels in the old Matchbox cases. So these two jumped at me and said, "Hey man, I need to get on the road again." So the pipe truck yeah, it was pretty standard. Got the pipes a long time ago from Recover Toy. And the two girder trucks to the post were basically gone, and one was bent, so it's the one with the cracked windshield. It was the one I did. So let me pick it up here. So let's get under the light. Better than it was before. I don't know what all them little marks are. I must have filed it too much, but anyway, it looks better than before. So that's it. Back to their old glory. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and all that good jazz. And I really appreciate your watching. I got about 3 or 4 builds that I'm doing right now, so I'm glad to get these done. So anyway, stay tuned, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.